And we are live. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, hello everybody that's watching today. I'm very excited to have today Felissa Rose from the cult classic film Sleepaway Camp. How are you today, Felissa?
Thank you so much. That's fantastic. Thank you for having me.
For sure, it's my pleasure. Big fan of the film. I actually saw this film, I think for the first time last year, and it's one of my favorite cult classics. I really enjoy it. Actually, I just bought the Terror Threads Sleepaway Camp poster signed by you, which was amazing. I love them. Can't wait to frame that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the film. It's definitely different from when this film came out. It was definitely a different kind of film, which is amazing. And I'm glad that because I'm a younger generation of horror, and I'm glad that I'm getting introduced to all these cult classic movies. And I'm glad to say that like Sleepaway Camp is definitely one of my favorite cult classics.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what
I love Terror Threads. I just want to give a shout out to Terror Threads because their merch is just absolutely fantastic, and they take a lot of pride in their product.
They sure are. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I want to know, how did you get into the film industry?
You know what? I was a little kid who went to singing and dancing school, and my mom, she was really the one who got me a manager. I was born and raised in New York, and by the time I was like 9, 10 years old, she got me a manager. And then at 12, that was Sleepaway Camp was my first like professional audition, and it just kind of worked out. The manager wasn't even sure if they really wanted to take me on, but then when I got the role of Angela, I signed with them and did a lot of commercials and some really cool auditions. But Sleepaway Camp, I got the part because I have to tell you, I mean, I say it every day, it's really given me a life. It's been the one constant in my life. It's kind of leads to everything. My family, my professional life. So it's amazing.
Exactly. And you do so many cons too, which is amazing. You get to see all the fans.
I'm at a different convention every weekend. It's quite extraordinary. I mean, just the fact that I get to travel so much and meet all of the amazing Sleepaway Camp friends we have out there who've loved and supported the movie over these 36 years. It's been 36 years.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And now I will start my first convention with the two women I love most from the movie, Catherine Tommy and Karen Field, who played my two arch enemies, Meg and Judy. We're doing Spooky Empire at the end of October.
Yeah.
That's the first time we'll all be together.
That's awesome. I'm actually getting an autograph consignment from an autograph guide to get a poster signed by all of you guys so I can frame it and hang it up.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks so much.
I'm excited. Actually, Rob, one of my other Canadian friends, Rob from Shock Stock, he says hi, and he wanted to know when you're coming to Toronto to hang out.
I hope to be back in April. That's there are some conventions that are like family to me, and definitely Shock Stock is one of them. I adore James and Jake from Shock Stock. They've been nothing short of amazing with me, and always had me there, and it's just like a family reunion. So I love Shock Stock. That's like home.
That's awesome. I was just say actually too. How did you come across the part of Angela?
Well, I mean, the manager had really called my mom and said, well, there's a movie in New York where they're looking for a young girl, like 12 or 13, and the requirements were big eyes, flat-chested, and super shy. Now, I was two of the three things. I was not shy and quiet, but maybe a little bit. at that age, you're like kind of insecure and just coming into your own. But I was definitely had big eyes and I was flat chested, so I got the part. And you know, thankfully Robert Hiltzik and I really connected. I had to do a lot of improvisation at the audition.
Mm-hmm.
We had some staring, and
Yeah.
we had me on the beach with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fun audition, and I kind of felt like I had gotten the part after meeting him.
That's awesome.
So it was a wonderful experience. Yeah, it was super cool.
How was it filmed without like a lot of dialogue in the film? Because you had like few lines, but your character is like your character on like on your face and your emotions that really sold it.
I don't know. I feel like Robert was, he knew exactly what he wanted from everyone. He was the kind of director who, just would kind of speak with each one of us since we were all really young. I mean, all the kids in that movie, we were anywhere from 13 to like 16.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew, like I said, he knew exactly what he wanted. And especially for me, it was like, that he wanted me to come across like there was a lot of hurt and a lot of pain behind anything I sort of looked at, or the only way to really express with my face is like, I had just gone through this tragic accident with my family. So he worked with me very diligently, and I felt like I had great support. The whole cast was very much a family, and we helped one another. So it was very comfortable. It was a great atmosphere, especially for first time. It was my first film, and I loved everything about it.
No, that's amazing. What was
it was the best. It was like going to camp.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would have been fun. That would have been a fun time. How long did it take to shoot the film?
I know. It was about, I'd say, anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, but for me as a 13-year-old, I missed the first couple of months of 8th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Which was fine with me.
Yeah.
and it was like, again, going to camp and being with other kids, and we had a set teacher who we went to school with. I was always in school with Chris Calais, who played Paul, and Jonathan Tiersten, who played Ricky, and we just really got along, and we were a big, happy family.
Wow, that's awesome. Sounds like a great atmosphere.
Yeah, it was really nice.
As a kid, while making this film, because you were 13, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was your first reaction when you found out the ending?
Well, when they called and said that I'd gotten the part, the manager asked if I could come to the office and read the script. So I remember very distinctly, I went with my cousin Kristen, who was my best friend, and she and I are the same age. So she came with me and she sat with me and we read the script. And, off the page, it didn't seem so insane like what we see on the screen. It wasn't as shocking. For some reason, it sort of just had a really easy flow, and it seemed very authentic, like real kids at camp. And it just seemed like it had an ending that was, kind of riveting. Like there was actually a reason, a point for all of that. So I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought the script was fantastic. Like all little girls, I think I was 13 and I was worried, like, what is it going to be like when I have to kiss Paul? What is it going to be like when I get thrown in the water? But it all, it all worked out, and it was all just a whole lot of fun. So I loved the script, and it was when I saw the movie for the first time on the big screen that I was completely shocked. Wow. I was just like blown away by that ending. When you actually see it in front of you on a big screen with a packed audience, and there you are standing there bloody and naked, and the head falling off my lap, and the music and the growling, it was insane.
How did your family and friends think about this when it came out and they saw you in your first major role?
I think everyone really enjoyed it. I think it was very ahead of its time. It was a very provocative film. It had a lot more to it than just kids running around at camp. I think on like a second viewing, you really kind of learned that there was a lot of subtext and plots, and there was a lot of layers. So I think people enjoyed it, and it got a huge reaction. I mean, it definitely opened to. It was successful when it came out in '83.
For sure, it was definitely something different for that time that it came out.
June of '84. So I remember going to the movie theater and watching it with friends, and and I thought it was a great, fun, cheesy slasher.
It sure is. It's a great movie. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How does it feel for from this film, Sleepaway Camp? How do you let me repeat that. How does it feel that Sleepaway Camp has been passed down generations as a cult classic horror film?
That's what really has blown my mind. Because from doing all of the conventions and watching, people come to my table with their kids, and sometimes their grandkids. Oh, we used to watch this as a kid at sleepovers, and then we showed our children. And it's just amazing to me that it has sort of spoken to an audience and really embraced people, and it's just been around for so long. I'm definitely very grateful for it, and definitely shocked by it.
Do you have any upcoming cons that you would like to talk about for fans that can come meet you?
Yeah, I lead next Friday, September 27th, for MonsterCon in San Antonio, Texas. And then right after that, I leave for North Carolina. I shoot a film called A Nun's Curse by Tommy Faircloth. So I'll be gone the first 2 weeks of October with Tommy filming. I play the villainous nun, so I'm excited because we've done the movie Family Possessions together. And then I have a convention in Chicago on October 19th. It's the Wheaton Fair. It's the Wheaton Horror Fair. So you can look that up. I think that's what it's called, like the Wheaton Horror Festival or Wheaton's Horror Fair, something. I can't remember the exact title. And then I do so many, sometimes I forget. And then I go to Spooky Empire in Florida, and then I head to Ohio the end of November, like November 19th, for a convention in Ohio. So it'll be all over my social media.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. I'll leave the link to your social media and your website in the description below so people can see where you are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You definitely, for of course. And you definitely seem like you keep yourself busy. What are some of your upcoming projects that you have coming up? I know that you have over 100 actress credits, over 20 producing in the film industry. What upcoming projects do you have that you could talk about?
Thank you. This year has been especially busy. We have Death House coming out December 11th, which I'm very proud of. It has a stellar cast, brought to you by Rick Finkelstein from Entertainment Factory, and directed by Harrison Smith. And we also, the same company, we did Garlic and Gunpowder. That's out. I'm so proud of Victor Crowley, which is Hatchet 4. Adam Green is one of my favorite directors out there. And just the fact that I'm in that movie, that's just one of the most wonderful experiences I've ever had. And now I have Camp Twilight coming out, which is directed by my buddy Brandon Amelot by Entertainment Factory. And we just did Killer Rose, directed by Ricky Bird, that comes out. Probably those two films, Camp Twilight and Killer Rose, come out in 2019. And they have great casts. A lot of my friends, Caroline Williams and Judson Mills, Joe Raffa, Nicole Sinaglia, Dave Sheridan. They are all Vernon Wells. So it's a lot of friends coming together making these horror movies.
No, that's amazing. That's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you're mentioning how Adam Green's one of your favorite directors. I totally agree. He's one of my favorite modern horror directors. I loved the other day, I watched the episode of Adam Green's Scary Sleepovers with you in it. I thought it was so funny. Such a great idea. I just came across those episodes, and I've been watching them like crazy because he has so many guests on that show.
Isn't that show outrageous? It's one of my favorite shows. Like, I don't watch that much television, but when I knew about Scary Sleepover before I was on it, and I was so hooked. I watched Kane Hodder and Derek Mears and Danielle Harris and Laura Ortiz. I was just like mesmerized by that show because what he does is he has everybody on and it's very kinetic, like pure hysterical, the things they do. And then he switches it and he gets really profound and very deep with the guest. And
exactly.
Like, whoa, here you are laughing one moment and then you're like crying. So Adam has this great gift of really reaching not only his audience, but the people he's interviewing, and it makes for great television. So I'm a huge fan of his.
It sure is, and it's such a unique idea. I've never seen anything like that before. So it's just amazing.
I know.
That's awesome.
I love it. It's sort of like James Lipton inside the actor's studio, but with a lot more flair and pizzazz and fun.
Exactly. From all of your film industry, all your filming credits and all that stuff, what was the movie that you had the most time making, the most fun making?
Oh, that's hard. That's like saying which one of my kids do I love most. There's so many different reasons. I could say Sleepaway Camp because it was my first. I could say Camp Dread because I sort of came back to like another camp movie. I could say Victor Crowley because I just love the cast and Adam Green, or Death House because it has every icon imaginable. It's hard because there's different moments. Like Satan's Playground is a movie I made like 15 years ago, and it's still on my list of one of my favorite movies I've ever made. Or I don't know. It's very hard. Every movie is a different spectacular experience where you kind of jump onto a roller coaster and you have no idea where you're headed.
Exactly.
And, it's just a great ton of fun. So I love them all. I feel very blessed to be on each project, and I love everyone I work with. So I feel really lucky. Killer Rose was special. It was a movie that I was involved with from the very beginning when Brandon Amelot came to me and we asked Ricky Bird to write it. And Caroline Williams and I had decided we wanted to do like a badass female assassin, Thelma and Louise kind of movie. So they're all they all have their own thing. I mean, Camp Twilight, I co-wrote with Brandon. So that's its own little thing. I never thought I'd, partake in the writing.
Yeah.
So so the long and short of it is I love every movie I do.
That's awesome. Yeah, everybody, definitely check out Felissa Rose's IMDb. It's crazy how many things you've been on, and it's very impressive. I'm very happy that you're
Thank you so much.
I'm very happy that you're staying in this field and enjoying this field and really just making horror movies, which is amazing.
Thank you so much. I can't even tell you, without getting all sappy, I do sit back and I don't know, say thank you to, the powers that be that put me in these movies, and all of the support from all of my friends out there who watch the movies. It is very dreamy, I always wanted to make movies after Sleepaway Camp, and I took time off and I went to college, and I just feel like I kept telling myself, I wanted to go to California, I wanted to make movies, and I'm doing it, and it's been really special.
That's amazing. Such a journey that you've had. Someone in the chat I see, I've heard about this too. I don't know if it's happening, but do you think there's going to be a Sleepaway Camp remake?
If I had to really guess, I think there is definitely something coming. I can't tell you what it is because I'm not 100% sure, but I have definitely had a lot of conversations about it. So I think it's in the near future. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out on like its 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to be part of it because I feel like it's, it's Robert's baby, but it's definitely sort of let's say my sibling.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it, care for it very deeply, and I would definitely want to be part of it.
That's awesome. Well, that'll be cool to see because I know like a lot of the new generations nowadays. I mean, I'm different. I watch a lot of movies and I watch a lot of older ones. I know a lot of the new generation sticks to the modern movies, but it'd be awesome to see this movie get reborn so that new generations can see this film.
Aw, thank you so much. I hope so. Fingers crossed that happens.
I hope so. It'd be awesome. What are
Yeah.
some of your favorite horror movies and franchises?
Oh, well, I have said this a lot, but it's the truth. It's my favorite movie is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
I love the entire franchise, and it's just, to me, it's just incredible. I love The Shining. I love The Exorcist. I love Halloween. I am beside myself. I have friends who've seen, a preview of the Halloween coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween
Looks amazing.
And I am so excited. I love the whole Friday the 13th franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a huge Hatchet fan.
Mm-hmm.
When it first came out 10 years ago, I was just like, amazed by it. So, yeah, those are the ones that I love. I love Child's Play, and I'm friends with Alex Vincent and Christina Lee. So
Mm-hmm.
I really that's special to me. I hold that, near and dear.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens too. Like from doing the convention circuit, you become really close with so many of the actors in these movies that you start to, become very fond of the films. Like I was just with Costas Mandylor and Tobin Bell at a convention, and I've always been a huge Saw fan, so that was exciting.
That's so cool.
I sat next to Jessica Combs. Yeah, it's super cool.
That's awesome.
People Under the Stairs. So many great movies.
Mm-hmm. And you see them at all these different conventions each time you go, so it's like family.
Oh yeah, you're definitely. I always day circus. We travel together. We hang out. It's a time for us to have dinner with each other, and it was cool to see Joe Bob Briggs at the convention.
Yes.
I was fortunate to be on his marathon, the last drive-in on Shudder.
I saw that. That was pretty funny.
So maybe I'll pop up on the next one.
Hopefully that'll be cool. I can't wait. I was gonna say, what was one of the most bizarre and unique items you had to sign at conventions?
I've signed a dildo.
Of course.
I've signed a curling iron.
Mm-hmm.
I've signed. Well, somebody wanted to bring me sausages, but at this past convention, but he didn't bring them.
Oh.
He said that he wasn't sure. So he didn't bring them, but he said next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're pretty. At this convention, I got some really cool things to sign. The little Angela doll. My friend Todd brought cookies, and it had Angela's face with my penis.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Some really cool stuff. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I remember.
I
remember I heard that you there was a piñata for sale and with a massive penis and no one was buying it, so you took it and it sold right away at your table. I thought that was hilarious.
I feel badly because she made it and she really wanted to sell it and it just wasn't selling. It was at Indianapolis Days of the Dead, and I said, come over here, we're going to sell this. And sure enough, it went. And there was a mask out there recently.
Yes, I bought that actually. It's amazing.
Yeah, so there's been quite a few crazy things. The light switch
that's
out there, and people laugh, and I say, yeah, you could turn me on or turn me off anytime.
I've seen that. It's pretty funny. There's definitely a lot of clever items out there from Sleepaway Camp, which is really cool.
Yeah, very, very cute.
One last question for you before I let you go. I want to know, besides the film industry, do you have any other interests and hobbies that you do on your spare time?
Yeah, my kids and I, we work at the dog shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can hear dogs barking. We have 3 dogs of our own, so we foster pets,
Mm-hmm.
and we love animals. We're huge animal lovers. And let's see, what else? Anything else? I mean, we love, the outdoors. Everything is like about the outdoors, and that's like big, living in sunny California. But if I weren't in the film industry, I would definitely be. I would love to have been a preschool teacher. I love kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 of my own, and they fascinate me. Young people,
Yeah.
little people, the things that come out of their mouths. They're
Mm-hmm.
no filter. I just watch them with my jaw to the ground. Some of the things that my kids are all like very, theatrical
Mm-hmm.
and pretty kinetic. So yeah, I have a ball with my children. That's my most fun, the biggest joy of my life. Being
Mm-hmm.
around my family, being with my kids.
That's so awesome. Can you actually tell the story of how you met your husband to the audience that's watching?
The story about my husband?
Yeah.
Yes, my husband, when he was 12, and he's 7 years younger than I, he rented Sleepaway Camp. I guess it just come out. Yeah, it just came out, I guess, on something, maybe VHS.
Mm-hmm.
And he watched it, and he said, I'm going to marry that girl. So then he was sort of starting a band and part of the beginning of Jackass, and he kept making posters and pictures from the end of Sleepaway Camp with my face on it.
Mm-hmm.
So he put it on his CD, his first CD, Volume 1, and then he put it on his guitar. And then when Jackass started, he was on the first episode. It was like Metal That Wakes Up Phil, Phil Margera, Bam's dad. And he's standing there in a blonde wig with a T-shirt with my face on it. And I saw it. And then I was like, who is that? So I was like scouring the internet, and then his manager kept getting in touch with me. The band was getting bigger. And she's like, yeah, Derek Miller really wants to meet you. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then we started talking about making Return to Sleepaway Camp. He's like, maybe I can meet you on that set. And I told Robert, hey, that band, CKY, they love your movie. They love Sleepaway Camp. He said, yeah, we'll get them to return to Sleepaway Camp. They can make a cameo. Mm. And they got on the red eye, and they flew out. And that weekend, when my husband came to the set, he basically professed his love. He's like, I love you. I want to marry you. I want you to move in with me. I just got a house in California. And like 2 weeks later, we got tattoos and with our names on each other. And I moved in, and it's been 15 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
2003.
That's amazing. It's such a unique story because you never hear stuff like that. That's so funny. I love it.
It's a crazy story. We still he thought my name was Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest time, he'd call me Felicia. And then every card he writes to me to this day says to Felicia Rose. And, and we watched Sleepaway Camp a lot together.
Oh, yeah.
Many times. He loves the movie.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Definitely like a unique story. You don't hear something like that every day. That's amazing.
Crazy.
So funny. Well, that was my last question. I appreciate you so much, Felissa, for being on the show today. Like, it's been an honor talking to you. I hope to meet you one day at a con.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, for sure. It was my pleasure. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope one day I'll meet you at a con sometime. I live in Canada, so maybe if you're in, maybe I know Niagara Falls, they have a horror con that just started up. This is the second year they're doing it. They're probably doing it again next year in October. Yeah, it'd be cool if maybe you go to that one.
Let's try to make it happen.
Hopefully, that'd be awesome.
That's cool.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Phyllis. It's been an honor talking to you.
Thank you. You as well. Have a wonderful night. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
You too. Thank you very much. Take care.
Have a good night. You too. Bye.
Bye. Thanks. Bye. All right, everybody. That was my interview with Felissa Rose. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I see all these people in the chat. How is everybody tonight? Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's fun doing these. I have another interview coming up next week. I'll be announcing the guests sometime probably this week, hopefully. It's going to be, I'll give you guys a hint. It's somebody from Halloween 5. So if you are a fan of the Halloween franchise, you won't want to miss next week's interview. I'll be announcing the guests this week. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see everybody later. Hope everyone has a great night. Bye now.